So, hey, it's me, Sheldon. I'm kind of convinced that there is a cartel using a spectrum to spy on people, or feeling there is a cyber terrorist. But if things are not floating right or agreeing with the Sheldon, obviously, there's a feeling of obviously I'm not part of any cartels, but this neighbor across is actually just always subconscious of the hype of, and is actually using a feeling of a spectrum, or that I'm being targeted by the cartel. Um, I'm a son of a correction officer. At least you get used to saying that. But the thing is, things are for one reason or another. I'm single, and things are just not really agreeing right. And I'm convinced there's real cyber terrorists really involved. The feeling that there's a spectrum, or at least each person has an identity, to the point where it definitely seems like there's a breach of security. The thing is, I'm not liked. Um, I kind of felt like there's something to this business that is using a spectrum that's surveilling me. So I don't feel like I'm dumb. I kind of feel like they're using a this kind of subliminal messages. It's something else. Um, they put the act on as if they're helpful, but then I kind of feel as if I'm being monitored by Spectrum. And so even when I say, even if I have visit a jail, the whole the each police officer obviously is aware that there's a spectrum tormenting me, harassing me, and it's feeling that obviously there's police corruption, but the sexual harassment, and there's a spectrum tormenting me, and as if they're helping a cartel in Sacramento. There's a bigger cartel, to Sinaloa cartel, that I'm not necessarily having. They're not agreeing to a Sheldon, or they obviously you already know that. But the thing is when there is a spectrum that, and I kind of convinced there is a Nadia, or some type, someone that's pretending to be an ex girlfriend of Sheldon, or at least to trend set things through her, and it's becoming a feeling that at least to be involved, to do a spectrum test, or at least because the thing is, there's a risk involved through the neural identities also. And um yeah, so right now there's a big issue, I guess, with a bunch of religious leaders, because some are being undermined for their offspring to be pimped out, and I'm convinced it's a cartel. Sinaloa cartel is trying to undermine each religion through a Sheldon to pimp their offspring out. Or at least eventually is probably going to happen. That could happen. But the thing is, there's a spectrum that's spying on me, that's risking them and risking me at the same time, where things just will not get right. Just there's something that just has happened to the point where you just have to disagree, where there, and admit there is a cartel using a spectrum and it's being misused. Thing is, it's pretty damn obvious. There's some type of obstruction and some type of internet crime, including computer crime. Because the thing is, there's a mirroring effect in each. That's why I was bringing up a computer crime. Each TV, each device has some type of computer crime, or there's a tampering or sabotage effect, the feeling that there's fabricating, but at least to be on it, and the feeling that there's some kind of terrorism, or to coerce someone to actually cause the domino effect, and at least they're someone's spying on me to. So this thing about the risk, or at least the domino effect, that there's a bigger operation than that, just than me. Um, but I'm kind of convinced there's officers already has a big movement with them already, and they're already aware there's a spectrum. Even when when I was doing my time in the main jail, every officer knew there was a spectrum harassing me. Every single officer. And I'm son of a correctional officer and son of a veteran. I am entitled to a lump sum.